let's talk about another Disney woke reimagining. There, I said it. I said the key phrase that gets all the clicks. Woke movie, folks. Now, Disney in the past decade has decided that, hey, let's stop being original. We got all this old content, cartoons, movies we could just reimagine, put out to the world, maybe recast some people, and call it a day, make some bucks, right? And that's not stopping anytime soon. We saw it with The Lion King. We saw it with, more recently, The Little Mermaid. We saw it with Peter Pan. But the newest one is, of course, Snow White. And Snow White, it's controversial, guys, right? It has some very bad topics in it, I guess. For one, she gets kissed by a man. Ew, gross. Plus, she's sleeping. She didn't consent to that, guys. Come on. Get with the times. Also, she's followed around by 7 little people. Can't have that. Of course, you know, when remaking this movie, you know, since it's a white woman who's the lead, they can just put any ethnicity in there, which is completely fine if the casting is correct. And there was a report coming out that they were not going to go with the 7 dwarfs, which is very iconic with Snow White, right? The 7 dwarfs. They have been replaced with magical creatures. I'm not making this up. I thought this is fake. It still might be fake. But they are replacing the 7 dwarfs in Snow White with magical creatures. And with that being said, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to place every single minority, diverse person in that. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, we see someone with multiple genders. Guys, come on, they're creatures. But recently, some photos on set have leaked. And when they first came out, everyone thought they were fake, right? Because the actress who was cast in it, Rachel Zegler, is cast as Snow White. You know, she's not in it, but it has come out that these are like production sets, like they're getting ready to start production, and they are looking at some scenes, just kind of standing in, seeing how it looks. And we got the first look at our 7 creatures. Boom, folks. This comes to us from the Daily Mail. In exclusive pictures, Snow White's 7 companions can be seen for the first time as bosses snub the original text amid criticism of the outdated portrayal. The Disney production is live action and will not have 7 dwarfs playing the role. So, what are your thoughts on this? Because I have some thoughts on this. First off, why remake a classic? I always have this question. Why remake it? Why not? If you're gonna do the 7 creatures, why not make your own film about, you know, whatever? Why slap Snow White on it, right? Well, I know why. It's because they wouldn't make as much money if they didn't, right? If you slap Snow White on it, nostalgia, people will go see it. That's my first thought. Why do another remake? These remakes are getting out of hand, and it's basically losing Disney money at this point. It's gonna, at some point, you know, based off box office numbers, especially with Indiana Jones, they're gonna lose money at some point. Second off, I hope this isn't the final outfits for these magical creatures, because it looks like people just went to Goodwill and grabbed whatever they could in some sort of color scheme and said, yep, this is good. Another thought I had was, I know Peter Dinklage said something about it. It says, literally no offense to anything, but I was sort of taken back, he said. They were very proud to cast a Latino actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way, but you're still making that effing backwards story about seven dwarfs living in the cave together. Have I done nothing to advance the case from my soapbox? I guess I'm not allowed. Right. Yeah. Yeah, first off, I kind of agree with him. Why are we talking about Snow White in 2023? Why not make something completely different? Anyways, but if you are going to make this film about Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, I feel like that's a great opportunity for seven. God, am I gonna get canceled? It's a great opportunity for seven little people to get casted in a big Disney movie, right? And they've taken it away. There you have it. They took opportunities away from seven little people. Well, six little people, because there's still one person on here. But you know, they should get flagged for this from the woke mob, because, you know, they took 6 opportunities from little people and gave it to 3 white men. How dare they, Hollywood? Why aren't we talking about this more? Why isn't the woke mob complaining about that more? They probably are. And again, the 7 creatures, these just look like humans. I'm surprised they're not using CGI at this point, right? Why didn't... It makes no sense. It makes no sense anymore. Hollywood makes no sense anymore. They try to be woke, they're not woke enough, they go even further woke. It makes no sense, folks. Well, it does make sense, but it's just frustrating to think about that they have the opportunity to create something new, right? Create a new IP, if you would like to call it, and they decide to just ruin the past, right? I guarantee you these 7 creatures, are they even gonna have like the same personalities as the original dwarfs? They don't look like it. They all look basic. They all look like just 7 human beings having a good time, following around Snow White. Like, unless there's some CGI we're not going to see, right? That's why I hope this is a fake image, but according to a bunch of sources, it's real and it's happening. And this isn't going to be a Peter Pan and Wendy type of film where it goes straight to Disney Plus. This will be in theaters, folks. It will have a theatrical release. And I can't wait for that first trailer. I cannot wait for that first trailer. The memes are going to be so good. The comments are going to be fire. And Disney is probably going to ban everyone from the comment section. The world we live in, the state of Hollywood right now is on fire.